Another few hours of Fire Emblem. It's now 4 p.m. Eastern, and my raid group in Final Fantasy XIV, they raid at 8, so it's gonna be about 3 or 4 hours of Fire Emblem before then. And we're at the Chapter 4 mission.
So grateful.
Which is pretty much the only reason I have the professor as a thief right now.
The rite of rebirth is finally underway. Time to see if our hunch was right.
I hope it's not. Then we wouldn't have to fight anyone.
We've all come to this conclusion together. I'm sure we've got it right.
Right or wrong, the clock is ticking. All we can do for now is stick to the plan.
You seem a mite too relaxed for my liking. The goddess's rite of rebirth is about to begin. While we are in the goddess tower, we are relying on you to secure the locations that are lacking in defense.
May I let you in on something, Professor? My brother can be a bit callous.
You don't say.
He told me that he was concerned about you, and hinted that perhaps you would be better off patrolling a coffin.
That was said in jest, Flame, and in confidence. Please just remain by my side and do not cause any more trouble. As a professor, you would do well to remember that it is your duty to guide your students down the path of righteousness.
Please excuse us, everyone. We shall see you again after the ceremony has concluded.
Sedith is way too overprotective. He reminds me of my brother.
Come on, Teach. I know a hidden spot where we can monitor the stairs that lead to the Holy Mausoleum. If there's anyone down there, they'll be trapped like the rats they are. We'll just have to take them down without getting bitten. Back to the subject at hand. What I found last night was a sealed coffin in the underground Holy Mausoleum. I did some research, and the only time you can easily get in and out of that place is during the Rite of Rebirth. And because of that alleged assassination plot, it has even thinner defenses than usual. It's all too clear.
You are not wrong. He's a brigand. Pretty much all physical fighters are going to be a brigand at some point. Because that death blow is too juicy to pass up. There's the Death Knight. He's very scary. Although Claude and the professor can fight him without getting doubled. And Felix too. That said, he's still gonna hit like a freaking truck, so it's ill-advised. But it's possible. Chest key. There's a chest. And is that the only one? No, there's one over here too. One chest, two chests. Red chest, blue chest, but I think those are the only two. Alright. Let's do it then.
Our guess was spot on. Looks like we have company.
Those Central Church dastards have spotted us. Buy me some time while I open the seal on the casket.
I'm on it.
Looks like the enemy is going after the casket in the back. Maybe they're going after the Saint's bones? Weird.
Oh my.
I'd like to defeat them before they can finish the job. But did you notice? Look closely at the ground. There's some kind of contraption on certain parts of the floor.
Sure is.
The smart move is to advance while finding the best fighting positions we can, based on the enemy's weaponry.
Like, you mean like always?
Who, me? I put in some work.
I got this. Should have trained better.
Stay focused.
Ready and willing.
Let's get to it.
I stand ready. Okay.
Is there a reason I didn't make him a mage? Not that I can think of. Oh, I have to rectify that.
Ready anytime.
Who, me? Leave it to me.
Death Knight, prove your strength and scatter these fools.
I don't take commands or waste my time on weaklings.
I'm getting a really disturbing vibe from that guy. No one go near the evil-looking knight, okay?
That dude's almost impossible. Doesn't move, but he always counterattacks. Versus 10. Attack speed 7 versus 5. What about the mage though? He doesn't have very much resistance. 6? Okay. hold up. Hey, look everyone, I have a bow knife.
That takes care of that.
Not really, but basically functionally serves as like a not as good one. Don't. It's rude. You gotta be careful. It hurts more than I thought it would.
You lost to me?
Let the lesson begin! Each battle, a chance to grow.
Oh dear. Maybe I was too lazy.
Well, I do like speed, so could be worse.
Allow me to demonstrate. That is that.
I still don't really get what the Crest of Noah's doing. Oh, he only used one fire, so that. Unless it's this. Okay, it's that. I was wondering because he has a minor crest of Gloucester. But okay, that's what's going on. It's the crest I gave him.
Huh? It worked out.
I don't want him getting kills, because that's less experience for everyone else. Oof. That's a painful dodge, Raphael.
Never underestimate an outsider. Life doesn't always go as planned.
Yeah, but strength and speed can't go wrong.
Should I have held back?
Meh. Attack speed 6, attack speed 4. Yikes. You really need more speed.
This is what I do.
Was that helpful?
What's her personal ability again? Okay, cavalry of flying ally. If she's next to them at the start of the turn, she recovers 20% HP. That's pretty neat.
I want to go home.
Okay, just drink up and suck it up. Oh no! I'm gonna send her that way because luck.
You can't compete with me.
You can't win.
Who, me?
Just making sure you don't die. Also, don't attack him, because that would be really dumb.
So nice of you. Oh.
Oh, I'll actually double him.
Good to go.
You know?
The reinforcements haven't arrived? If they approach from behind, we can attack them from both sides.
Nice, no damage. What's your defense?
I'll celebrate later.
$12? It's not bad. That's really not worth it.
Sword!
It's starting to...
I got this.
Its attack speed is 7 versus their 4. And that's how it's gonna stay, I guess. I'll end it there.
Let's see them handle this.
Oh, Gambit.
Let's think carefully.
I want to counter you and hurt you.
Worth a try.
Well done.
Hey,
Is this power really mine?
respectable. Let's see. Can't double them. That's unfortunate. Oh, that's just stairs? Thought it was like an elevated platform. But nope.
Each battle, a chance to grow. Another step forward.
I'll say.
I just worked harder.
I've reached the pinnacle.
Good to go. Plenty more where that came from.
Meh.
no hard feelings, right?
There's the reinforcements.
Thank you.
Intermediate seal, not bad.
That helps. I got this. Should have trained better.
I'm not worried about them. That wasn't a punch.
Don't waste it.
Here we go with the gambits again.
Let's go.
I'll manage. I call that a win.
Well, it looks like the only way you're not going to die is if I use the javelin. Which, if I do that, why don't I just do it indirectly?
This is what I do.
Yay, speed!
There's still a long way to go.
Also, her magic is getting kind of crazy, considering how early we are.
Hey, thanks. Won that.
I could
could use a break.
Oh yeah, you need healing. Here you go.
Yeah, you're too kind. Who, me?
I'll celebrate later.
Cool.
Aiming high. I'm getting the hang of it.
Amazing.
It was a good try.
Oh, nice 7% dodge there, buddy.
I put in some work.
Spirit dust. Increases magic. Conditions are defeat the commander. And that should lure them quite nicely.
It all comes down to this.
Oh, here they come again with the gambits.
Let's do this.
Practice yields results.
Sorry, don't know my own strength. Making my muscles proud.
sweet.
I can't afford to lose. Thanks.
Got an itchy nose. What the hell?
Let's get to it.
That helps.
Well, that commander is gonna take like nothing to kill.
How do you like that?
No. May as well go ahead and steal that dark seal now. Can I not? Oh, lower speed set. Really? I'm not going to be able to steal the Dark Seal because I have one lower speed than him. Now I'm kind of inclined to try and kill him now. But it's probably not worth it. I'll just leave it as is.
Like moths to a flame.
Now's our chance.
I told you that if you fled, I would not chase you. But it seems you wish to die.
And now he moves.
You're too late. The seal will be broken any minute now.
Okay, buddy.
That's the golden deer for you.
It's no use. The seal is broken. You can't.
My sword. Thank you.
A sword.
by Plague Doctor.
That sword is... I see. What a pleasant surprise.
The jerk got away. Was that magic? We can't even chase after him. Hey, Professor, the way that sword is shining, do you think it could be...
Is the intruder here? Oh, looks like you have this under control. You, round up any stragglers.
Will do.
There are no stragglers, though. I killed them all. Yay! You have this fancy sword. Don't use it too much.
My, thank you so much.
As all of you have committed a breach of faith, the Archbishop will now pass judgment.
Inciting a kingdom noble to rebel. Unlawful entry. The attempted assassination of the Archbishop. An attack on the Holy Mausoleum. It is unnecessary to go on, followers of the Western Church.
What? We have nothing to do with the Western Church.
You have already been identified. Please spare us your second-rate theater.
Dishonoring a holy ceremony is worthy of death for a member of the Church. You are well past the hope of redemption. If you have any grace remaining...
No, this isn't what we were told would happen. We've been deceived!
It's no use arguing.
Methinks the Flame Emperor is manipulating a few things.
Punishment stands. May your souls find peace as they return to the goddess.
Wait, please! The goddess would never forgive you for our execution!
Monster. We know you've already slaughtered many of our fellow brethren.
This concludes the investigation.
I suppose that's that. The assassination attempt, the attack on the Holy Mausoleum. Looks like it was all a plot by the Western Church. It's just too bad that that masked knight who was leading the attack got away. Vanished without a trace.
But why would the Western Church want to attack Lady Rhea?
Why? Take your pick of reasons. Relations with the Western Church aren't exactly friendly. Oh, that's right. Gerald mentioned that you grew up completely isolated from the church. The Church of Seros is split into a few different branches across Fodlan. The Central Church is headquartered right here at Garrick Mach. Then there's the Western Church. Far west from Castle Gaspar, where Lord Lonato had his little rebellion, is the fortress city of Arianrode. It's the strongest fortress in the kingdom. On the other side of it is the headquarters of the Western Church.
Not too smart to bicker with people who worship the same goddess as you.
The bishop of the Western Church must be pretty ambitious. Probably hopes to split off completely. In which case, he'd need to weaken the Central Church's influence. Killing Rhea is certainly one way to do that. To the shock of no one, I hear the knights have been sent to subdue the leaders of the Western Church. We'll probably get a chance to assist.
Yay?
You're an odd one, aren't you, Professor? How'd you make it this far in life without ever interacting with the church?
Gerald was very careful
someone
about
like
that.
you exists in Fodlan. It's too strange.
If you think that's weird, consider the fact that Rhea hired Teach despite all that.
So those guys they caught, they all got the axe, right? That's brutal.
Lady Rhea
Indeed it
can
is.
be rather intimidating at times. In fact, she can be downright terrifying. Professor, those who cannot be saved must be delivered to the goddess for judgment. Is that not so?
There you are, Professor. It seems Lady Rhea would like a word with you. Come with me.
It's worth noting that Rhea and the goddess are not one and the same.
The Archbishop lives. Not that I had ever placed much faith in those swine from the Western Church.
I have news, both good and bad. The remains of Saros were not in a tomb. However, something else was.
There's a
the
reason
sword
for
of
that.
the Creator.
Ah, the weapon wielded by that thief, the King of Liberation.
Thief? Huh. At any rate, it is now in the hands of the Academy's new professor. I doubt you will be surprised to hear that the crest stone had already been removed from the sword when it was found.
As expected. It would be foolish to keep both in the same location.
There's more. The professor was able to awaken the sword's true power. Even without the crest stone, the sword glowed red. The professor's crest is compatible. There is no mistaking it.
Absurd. Using a relic without its crest stone should be impossible. The King of Liberation's bloodline should not even...
They must be allowed to keep it, for now. I do not have enough information about the professor to act. As for your request, I assent. The Death Knight is at your command. Use him well.
Good. I believe I will enjoy this a great deal.
I cannot thank you enough for defeating those invaders in the Holy Mausoleum, and especially for protecting the Sword of the Creator. That sword is one of the hero's relics, and it is also a weapon of terrifying power. For now, I will entrust the sword.
Lady Rhea, wait! Do you truly mean to give the Sword of the Creator to this stranger? Surely it is not the sort of thing one hands over so readily. If someone like Nemesis were to appear again, all of Vodland would be consumed
Yeah, that didn't
by
happen
war.
in the Black Eagle route at all. It definitely didn't
Nemesis,
take that sword to her.
the King of Liberation. He is an ancient king of mankind who was defeated by Saros over 1,000 years ago. When Vodland was attacked by wicked gods, it is said that the goddess gifted Nemesis with the Sword of the Creator. Nemesis used that sword to defeat the wicked gods, saving all of Vodland. However, his power began to corrupt him until he himself turned to the darkness. Lady Rhea,
I'm
I
sure
beg
that's
you
the
to
official
reconsider.
story.
Given a little
I'd
more
be
time, we
interested
could
to
more
hear the real
accurately
story.
assess this stranger's abilities.
No. I have faith, Sedith. Since the death of Nemesis. Now, after all those long years of being sealed away, it has returned.
I understand. There you have it, Professor.
The Sword of the Creator? The King of Liberation? Each tale is more confusing than the last. And I really can't read that Rhea at all. That sword is clearly precious. Is that a fact?
It wouldn't have glowed if it didn't.
I feel as though we have become entangled in a mystery. And there is one more thing that has been plaguing me. The Sword of the Creator. It somehow feels distinct from other relics we have seen. Such as the one that... Yes, her! The sword, it bears a hole. Where something should have... I despise not knowing what is going on. Whatever comes to pass. Please swear to cut a path that is your own.
The Sword of the Creator, pulled right from the legends. I finally found it, and yet it ended up in Teach's hands.
Oh, you were
Could I
looking
even
for it?
use it anyway? Damn it. There's no telling what's to come.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm siding with you, so it's fine. You will have use of it, just not directly.